All right, when we start scoring, we'll get a pre-filled in sheet that has player names and team names at the top. If there's any players that aren't on the sheet, we can write their name in underneath all the other players, and we can do this up until the game starts. Once the game starts, no more players can be added to the sheet. Before the game starts, the umpires will tell you who has the first centre. So if Avoca has the first centre, we'll put an A for the centre passes before the game starts. We'll also put an A up here next to Avoca and an L next to Lexington to show what letters stand for each team. Before the game starts, you'll also fill in all the positions for each team. So the coaches or team managers will let you know what positions everyone is in, and you'll fill these out as close to the edge as you can.
Why do we do that, Tilly?
We do that to make space for any rolling subs throughout the quarter.
Right.
I've got 1,000, what is it called? 1,000 Armstrong.
We do a dash to show that a player is on the bench and make sure that there's 7 positions listed so that you haven't missed any positions. Once the game starts, we'll watch, and when a goal is scored for each team, you'll do a dash next to the player who scored the goal. So if goal shooter from Avoca scored a goal, we'll do a line. We'll then cross out number 1 on the progressive score, and here in the centre passes, we'll write an L showing that Lexington have the next centre. So every time a goal is scored, you do 3 things. You put a line next to the position who got the goal, you cross out on the progressive score, and you put the next letter in the centre pass box. This will continue, so Lexington, goal shooter, gets a goal, we cross out the progressive score, and we put an A in the centre pass box. In under 13s and under 11s, we don't tally misses, so you only need to write down each time a goal is scored, and we do this for the rest of the quarter. If there's a rolling sub midway through the quarter, the coaches will send you a little sheet saying which player has subbed off. So player 3 has come off from wing attack to the bench, and player 8 has gone on to wing attack, and that's how we write showing a rolling sub. If a shooter is subbed off, we do the same thing. And in the goal box, we preferably with a red pen do a square bracket showing that a different shooter is now shooting. And then if the new goal shooter gets a goal, we'll put a line on this side, cross out the progressive score, and show a new centre pass. Once the quarter finishes, you'll tally up the total amount of goals for each player. So since there were 2 goal shooters, the first one got 1 goal, a comma, and then the second one got 1 goal. The goal attack got 1 goal, and the total for that quarter was 3, which should line with the crossed out in the progressive score. We also circle the progressive score at the end of the quarter, and we do a square bracket showing the last centre pass. There should always be 1 more centre pass than there is goals. So there's 6 centre passes, 3 goals over here, and 2 goals over here. So 6 centre passes for 5 goals. Unless the centre pass hasn't been taken at the end of the quarter, then there would be the same amount of goals as there is centre passes, and the square bracket would be here. Okay, at the end of each quarter, we tally up the total amount of goals scored for that quarter. So here, Avoca scored 2 goals for that quarter. It's not a cumulative total, it's only for each quarter. So this quarter, there were 2 goals scored, 2 goals scored this quarter, 4 in this one, and 3 in this one. And then at the end of the game, we tally up the total amount and put that here, and that should match your progressive score there. Same on this side, which should match the progressive score. Before you leave, you have to sign your name here and do a signature here. Each team coach should come and put their 3 best players, often who got their incentives, next to their name. So if player 3 was the best for Lexington, you put 3 here, 2, and then 1, the best, the second best, and the third best player for that game. And you do that for both teams.